Film fans of YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh, your Movie Apprentice, and today I do a belated London Film Festival review with Saltburn, the sophomore effort by Emerald Fennell, starring Barry Keoghan, Jacob Elordi, Rosamund Pike, and Richard E. Grant. Saltburn follows Ollie, a student at Oxford University who is taken in to the lavish lifestyle by his friend Felix and is taken to his estate for a summer that he will never forget. Before I get into my review, if you like what you're seeing on the channel, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Without further ado, straight into the review. To start off with, Saltburn is gorgeously shot by cinematographer Linus Sandgren, who shot La La Land as well as Babylon. There are several shots in this that you could see as a painting or a wallpaper. It is a gorgeous movie to look at. Class divide between Ollie and the rest of Felix's family is lending some of the funniest moments within this. There is a big emphasis on this rich family wanting to be charitable, but only charitable when it suits them. There are several moments where they will make a point of saying that they are helping someone out, and they'll be doing it in the most condescending way possible. And the only real nice character in this, for me personally, is probably Felix, which is surprising because unlike the rest of his family and other people that are basically leeching off him, he almost feels slightly embarrassed by the culture that comes within Saltburn. There's a scene where he's chatting with Ollie about how they dress to dinner, and he's almost like an awkward puppy or a child going to ask his mum for money to go to the shop. He is very shy within that. He definitely doesn't hate his lavish lifestyle. He likes he's able to help Ollie, but you never doubt that he sees Ollie as a friend and he wants to help him. But that seems to be an early stage of development, as you can definitely see him growing up to being a lot like his parents in the way that they will be charitable. They will make a show of helping people, but they won't actually truly enjoy it. There is a particular moment where one character is looking to get back on their feet, and the family do this whole rigmarole of, oh, we hate to see you go, but when it seems like this character's going to change their mind, they are quick to say, no, you need to get back on your feet. They are very much a family that avoids conflict, and that is hammered home to often hilarious effect in this, which I have to mention as well. Rosamund Pike is brilliant in this, bringing the posh accent to the forefront and given the lack of independent thought in her performance. There is a great thing about her character where she is so easily influenced and manipulated because they've never had to struggle for anything. They are very easy to take things at face value, which Oliver uses to great effect. Now, I won't go into spoilers about what the whole context of the movie is, but I will say that's where the film falls flat for me, because there is an angle where it seems that Oliver is in love with Felix and it's a gay love story, but in fact there is something entirely different going on, and I will not be spoiling that in this review. However, once we do get the full context of what is actually going on, there is a sense of confusion within me when I think of the film as a whole, knowing the full context, because it makes some actions that certain characters take to be not only odd or questionable, but it very much feels like the film wanted to be weird for the sake of being weird and memorable, and that can often be to the detriment of the filmmaking itself. Barry Keoghan shines in the lead role as Ollie. He plays this shy boy who is nervous around these people that look down upon him and trying to very much stay in his lane, but the way he slowly integrates himself and becomes almost part of the family, seeing him slowly come out of that shell and really start to be this charismatic individual is really well done. He is the latest of a line of actors that have shown up in the Marvel property and have immediately taken that buzz and gone into these awards style films. First off being the Banshees of Inisherin and obviously Saltburn now. This will no doubt be within the awards contention, but I don't think it has any chance of winning anything too major. It's definitely trying a lot, but in the whole concept of the film, it does kind of fall apart. And outside of it pandering to the rich awards givers loving films that poke fun at them, there's not really a whole lot to sink my teeth into when it comes to the film as a whole. There are some great performances all around, and the cinematography is second to none. It might get an award for best cinematography, quite possibly. Other than that, it's just a film that, while it's an enjoyable watch, once I've got out of the film and an hour later, I'm thinking about it and I'm thinking a lot of it makes very little sense. And there are some small performances in this that characters show up and they go away and never are seen again. And you wonder what the point of them being in this film really was. And as an ex-bartender myself, I would say there's a certain moment where a context is revealed in a conversation with a barman, and I'm saying right now the barman would have called out an individual on that. But that is all I'm going to say. Before I get into my grade, if you like what you're seeing on the channel, click the like button and subscribe for more video content that's coming all the time. I'm getting towards the end of my London Film Fest coverage, though I will be talking about Birth Rebirth, which is now out on Shudder, as well as obviously The Boy and the Heron. And I do want to talk about this film called Deceit as well, which I cannot wait to talk about. But without further ado, let's grade this. So Saltburn is a gorgeously shot movie. Emerald Fennell is saying a lot with this movie, but it's not truly speaking from a personal perspective. There is definitely a strong emphasis on privilege and the lack of conflict that people within a privileged background will face, as opposed to people from even a middle class background. There is a strong leaning into one plot thread that once everything gets revealed as a whole, this one plot thread becomes quite an odd outlayer in the context of the whole film itself, which really brings the film down for me. It definitely had the potential to be amazing. For me, it falls just sort of that mark. And I will say, just for a little trigger warning, because a lot of people seem to be averse to sex scenes and nudity on screen, there is a bloody sex scene and there is a dick. So if you're averse to that sort of stuff, then avoid this movie. Yeah, in terms of the concept of the film, though, for me, I'm going to have to say that Saltburn is a tea that needs more sugar. So Saltburn, have you seen it? If you have, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Again, like we've seen, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Letterboxd for more written reviews coming as well. But until next time, everybody, my name is Josh. I'm the Movie Apprentice. See you all in the next video.